Welcome back to the Daily Doji. This is DOGECOIN technical analysis, well, a special type of technical analysis. My name is Douglas Dennis. I'm founder of Winning International Inc. and the host of the Daily Doji. Today is the number 59th Daily Doji. The next one tomorrow will be number 60. So thank you so much, everyone, for all the support. I appreciate, and I was doing this on my main channel before, and it was taking over the entire channel, so I migrated it over to a new channel. And without any further ado, we will get into the analysis. So there's been a lot of action going on in my secret Telegram group. If you want more info on that, you can reach out to me. There are links in the description. I've created a bunch of free materials if you want to know more about how to do this. Hello, Eddie. Eddie said it's going up so much. Absolutely. So let's look at the wave count and let's attempt to figure out where this is going to end. So we usually start out on the daily chart with Doge because we want to get a big picture of what's going on. And I want to turn off all these markings for now. What's up, Johnny boy? Welcome back. Doge is going nuts. Absolutely is. So we had over here, I can even see from here, 1, 2, 3, 3 waves going up. And I can see the subwaves even from the daily chart, 1, 2, 3, and this one, 1, 2, 3. So the waves that I have been predicting, they're in. This is what I was looking for. And it's hard to call exactly when it's going to be done. However, to me, it looks done now. And what exactly, let me show you exactly how I'm coming up with that. Because it's not random. I'm not making just random guesses. I'm going off of some principles, and some of them are rules that cannot be broken. Other of them are just guidelines, but the rules that are never broken, those are what make it easy to know what's going on, because once you catch the pattern, it gives you a lot of predictive power. If you want to know the basics of how to do this, I made a free beginner's class on how I've been doing this successfully, and there's a link somewhere. Eddie said, should a sellout be done soon? Well, I sold pretty much all of mine. However, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. This is risky, I'm not going to lie about that. And it's difficult to time these waves in the correction. However, we've been doing pretty well. And the other people in the group have been raving about some of the calls. So, but what everyone pretty much wants to know is this done, or how high is it going to go up? And I first had a prediction for around 32 cents way back here, but then as it dropped in this wave right there, I adjusted it down, and that's how I was able to call this and this tip right here. Now, this one looked a little bit short. So what I ended up doing is, as you can see, let me go in a tighter time frame. And this is one of the things that can make this difficult. Team Ultimate Fishing said, hey, you think it's better to hold the Dogecoin? I personally don't think it's better to hold, but that's just my personal, I'm personally trading through this, buying and selling. So it's up to you and it's up to your goal. I've been actively trading it personally. So for me, I don't think it's better to hold, but I'm not telling you what to do for yourself. So that's something you need to learn your own investing style and learn what you feel comfortable with. I personally sold up here right around 40 cents or 34 cents. So, and I was keeping track of these the whole way up. So this is what I've been looking at for the recent waves. Of course, we had 3 waves already here. This was one of my trade lines. It blew above that. I think I can get rid of this now, probably. Let's get rid of that. And then also this was another trade that went well. So what we had here, 1, 2, 3 waves going up. That was easy to count. Those were very clear waves. Now there's no 5th or 6th wave, so I knew this was not a bull market. People think that this is a new bull market. I said no, it isn't. But then there's 1, 2, 3 waves going sideways. And then over here, this wave was a little difficult to count. But I found in here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, and then there's a 1, 2, 3 right there. So up until there, I had it counted. But I thought this could be the end. Now, when this made a new high, then I started suspecting another bigger wave up because, and let me change the color of these so you don't get the waves confused. Let me change this one too. Okay, so this one here, what's happening, is another 1, 2, 3. So this was a big 1, 2, 3, it looks like. Let me change this color also so that we don't mix all these up. Does that make any sense? I explain this in great detail in my course, and I explain it in some detail in previous live videos I've made. But there's basically, that's how I've been calling some of these shots. It's not magic. And the reason these are 3 waves, because they don't look like a 5 wave. 5 wave patterns look like this. There's a 4 wave that does not overlap with the first wave. So you can tell these are not one of these. They're making waves of 3, not waves of 5. So, which is normal in a correction. Eddie said, cool. Eddie said, so sell now. Well, I sold personally, but it's up to you what your strategy is. If you wait until I say every time, then you're going to have to wait until I make the next call. So I do have a secret alerts group, but for the people that aren't in that, actually this more looks like this now that I look at it. So I do have an alerts group, but I recommend that you learn your own you learn how to trade. That way you don't have to rely on someone else every time. Does that make sense? And I did make my own course for beginners recently. It's in the pre-launch still, but there are a few people that have taken it and have been happy and given some great feedback so far. Okay, so this is looking pretty jumbled, but we've got a 1, 2, 3. Look at the, let me delete everything except the white ones. Okay, does that a little bit more clear? We had 3 waves going up. I thought that was the end because I saw this white line, 1, 2, 3. That was my target. But then when we made a new high, I knew from the principles that I'm following that it must not be done. So since it's going in waves of 3, each time it made a new high, I was able to have a scalp. Well, actually, they weren't really scalps. A scalp is only like 0.5%. These were like 5%. So that's technically a swing trade, a really good one too. But with crypto, it goes so quickly that a swing trade is kind of like a scalp because of the volatility. Does that make any sense? Let me see the length of this wave, the height of the wave, and the height of this one. Now that I'm taking another look at this, I might, oh, we're pretty much exactly right there. So that makes me think that it's done. I already did think it was done because I've been mapping these subwaves painstakingly. And it's difficult to call because here was the 3 waves right there, and I thought that was it. But well, those were subwaves of this bigger 3 wave, 1, 2, 3. So once I get enough more data, then I updated my target, and we hit the next target of 32 cents, and then when we go to a closer time frame even, and then when we hit the target of 32, it looked like, is that done? But here's how I knew it wasn't done. First I thought it was done, but then I found this. And here's a free lesson, so pay attention. I know you're already paying attention, but so 1, 2, 3. There's a small 3 wave. That's wave 1. And then 2, 3. So then when it came down, let me delete this one. Well, let me move it over here. When it came down and then made a new high up to 32, I saw that it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is not, this is not a 5-wave structure. So I knew there had to be another wave, because when these 3 waves make a pattern, it makes what's called a 7 swing. It goes 1, 2, 3, then it comes down, and then it goes 1, 2, 3 again. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had a very strong hunch, more than a hunch, that this was going to happen, because I said in my group, this 7 swing doesn't look finished yet. And then look at that. This wave was that tall, so I expected another wave coming up to be about the same height. Bam! There you have it, folks. And I'm pretty sure that it's on its way down from here. And I was calling before that another massive wave coming down. Why? Not because I want to. Some people online get mad if someone says it's going to go down. Look, it's going to go up or down whether or not I say. No one, I mean, for the most part, no one cares what I say. No one cares what you say. And I'm being just brutally honest. That's not how the market works. The market has natural swings to it that are predictable. Look at all this back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was predictable. 1, 2, 3. That was somewhat predictable. And it's not people in Facebook groups or whatever telling people not to sell or stupid stuff like that is just so childish and ignorant. I don't care. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, when I see people doing stupid things online, it just makes me think, they must not know anything. So, and I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm not trying to be rude. Everyone's got to be a beginner at some point. I was a beginner 5 years ago, and I'm not making fun of anyone for being a beginner. What I am trying to point out to my followers is that these swings in the market are based on human psychology, and they're always a certain way. There can only be a few different patterns that play out. So that's how I'm able to predict some of these swings with great accuracy. Now, someone the other day said I've been 100% accurate. I have not been 100% accurate, just full disclosure. However, I have been very accurate, especially because some people think it's just going randomly, and I've been watching it like a hawk. And even if I did make a slight mistake, I can just gather more info and update the waves. And just like I was able to, even though I thought that was the top, I was still able to make 2 more successful trades during this action right here. Because once I got enough data to realize it wasn't done yet, I was able to make a new target and get back in. And you could do that too. I'm not, but I learned how to do that, and I'm not just randomly taking random actions. I'm taking calculated actions, and I'm taking systematic trades. So I'm not going off of my emotion or someone tweeting, and I want to make that very clear. And so Mike said, so hard not to FOMO. Here's the reason I'm not FOMOing, is because of this. That is looking dangerous. I mean, it could go up to, it could keep going up right here, because look at this wide open space. So let me delete this for a minute. There's a Fibonacci line at 44 cents. That's the 50% line of this wave down. And in a 1, 2, 3 wave, sometimes the bounce comes back up to 50 or 62%. which would be like the 0.618 Fibonacci line. So if it does keep rocketing, I would personally wait until it makes a new high and then count the 3 waves up, wait for the sell signal and the 3 waves to coincide just like this did on the short-term chart. Let me delete this stuff up here so I can show. Okay. Okay, so right here, these 3 lines coming down was a short-term sell signal because they were going up on the price action. And I was already out. I was already waiting to get out. So I should have waited till the full signal came, but that's part of the game. So it's not, you know, sometimes it looks easy, but I'm usually a little bit early. That's just me, and that's, for me, it's been working out. Yeah, sometimes I miss the tip at the end, but I still am able to predict more than 99% of the other people out there. So if it means being a little early sometimes, that's totally fine. And I'm a perfectionist, so of course I want to be perfect, but to be real, it's not perfect. The waves are perfect, and the humans are not. Alrighty, so if it does make another wave up, I would look for another similar shape as this to, after it's done consolidating, to happen like somewhere like right there, and then this would just move. But I think I already measured this, and everything's been measuring out pretty well. This came very, very close. If it does try to go up to that Fibonacci line around 38 cents, I would wait till it breaks out above 35 cents to do another scalp. But you're playing with fire because I think this is a bull trap. And it's hard to count them because the 3 waves, like right here, this 3 subwaves looked like the outer waves, but really it was an interior wave of this one. And until you understand how that works, that might be too confusing for you. But let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And you can reach out to me. I have, like I mentioned, I have a free class for beginners that I just made recently. And I'll post a link to that right now in the comments, just in case anyone wants in on that. And I've been going live 5 days a week on this channel. So I'm posting right now. There's a link to the beginner's class if anyone's interested in that. If you're watching and getting value out of this, give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much, everyone, for commenting. It really gets the ball rolling for the YouTube algorithm to show my videos. So I really do appreciate the interaction and also the familiar faces. We got a lot of the same people tuning in over and over. And I appreciate that you're getting value out of these and came back for more. So I hope you're learning a lot, because these are skills that you can apply for the rest of your life. This isn't just for Doge. You can apply this to the S&P 500. You can apply it to Tesla stock. You can apply it to Apple stock. Anything you're interested in, you can apply it to gold and silver, which have been making an interesting shape these days. Okay, so right here, we're going to find out if it's going to try to go for another new top or if that was it. By most of my calculations, it looks like it was probably done. And if it changes, then I'll update my count. Of course, I'll update my count in my group first, and then on YouTube, I'll be live again tomorrow around 6 or 6:30 Eastern time. And I go live from Sunday to Thursday, typically. Once in a while, I do a Friday or something like that. So make sure if you subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified when I go live. And also, I try to notify my free Facebook group when I'm going live, because sometimes YouTube doesn't doesn't tell anyone, even if they are subscribed and even if they did hit the bell. But anyway, please do hit the bell, because it's also good for my channel. And I'll be back tomorrow around 6 or 6:30 for another live daily Doji. Also, let me know in the comments what symbols you want to see. I don't always just do Dogecoin. The other day I did Ripple. The other day I did the S&P 500. I've been doing VET, AHT, VHTO, all kinds of different things. So I'll take a look at any stock or index fund or crypto that you want me to look at. Just let me know in the comments section, and if I don't do it live during that video, I'll do it in the next video. So if there aren't any questions, I'll get going. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, for the next daily Doji. And oh, now that I look at my screen, I did this whole video and my screen was like off center. How embarrassing. Gotta get it perfect. All right, have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you in either the free group, or if you're interested in the secret group, reach out to me on Instagram at the Daily Doji. And I'll talk to you then. Have an amazing day on purpose. Peace.